Hey guys, so today I want to talk about some theories regarding Ghost being Alex from the campaign of Modern Warfare. And we all know that Alex probably isn't his real name. He's a CIA spook, which means that he's probably using some generic name as some direct means of identification with the people he's operating with. And the theory is that Alex, because he's missing in action or assumed to be killed in action, that him returning would be like seeing a ghost. And it would make a lot of sense and be really cool if that was the case. I was actually open-minded to this theory, even though the original Simon Ghost Riley was Scottish. I was open-minded to the idea that maybe the new Ghost would have a different accent or have a different backstory or something. Now, first, a bit of evidence I heard backing this theory up was that Ghost apparently had the same tattoos on his arm as Alex did. When these photos of Ghost started coming out, they showed his arm and it had these tattoos. But then later on, a photo came out showing his arm and it didn't have tattoos. So people like the Gaming Revolution assumed that they removed the tattoos to stop people from figuring out that it was Alex. But that really wasn't the case. One of his arms has tattoos, the other arm strictly does not. And the tattoo he has on his arm does not match Alex's arm. Not to mention that Alex has tattoos on both of his arms. Then in the Battle Royale trailer we got this week, you can clearly hear that Ghost has a Scottish accent, which means he's most likely is the same Ghost with the same or similar backstory and everything. Well, I may have found out from a certain someone his backstory may be a bit different, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Which means that he couldn't possibly be Alex. I mean, honestly, if you really think about it, Alex left because he didn't agree with what he was being hired to fight for, just becoming firmly against the establishment that hired him, their reasonings, their causes, their applications, and rules. He only agreed with like maybe a small percentage of what they're really fighting for, but he didn't agree with how they were doing it. He was escaping to start anew, to do things his way, to create change in his own way. I know he left with a nod of respect to another heroic character in the game, but for all we know, his own way could be bad for the side that the rest of the characters are still fighting on. He could appear later on in the campaign as a good guy. For all we know, he could reappear as a bad guy who thinks he's doing the right thing. He could appear later on as another jackal, another ghost, or he could very well just be, fucking dead. But he, without a doubt, is not Simon Ghost Riley. And if you're curious about Ghost's mask, why it's different, I don't think any storyline or backstory has really been created for the mask yet. Joel said the reasoning he made the mask the way he did was because of 1980s slasher films are awesome, and no argument coming from me on that one. Also found out the skull on his mask may or may not be the skull of his first kill, which sounds pretty sweet. I know it's not done yet, but I personally can't wait to hear the backstory they create in its entirety of the mask's backstory and circumstances and where he got it, how he made it, why he made it, if the mask was, always like that, if he wore the original mask first, if he's going to wear the original mask in the future. I mean, hey, what if he gets shot in the mask, or the mask gets damaged and the skull breaks apart in the middle of a firefight? It would make sense that at one point he just paints the skull on the balaclava he's wearing. And that would be the origin of Modern Warfare 2 Ghost. I mean, it still technically is one game away, so who knows what could happen in the future. That type of stuff gets me excited for whatever reason. I really hope you like this video. I really hope you're not too disappointed that Alex is not Ghost. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. I want you guys to keep the conversation going. I want to get feedback. I feel like people don't talk in my comments as much as they used to, and I want that to change. For all those who subscribe, thank you very much for your support. Same for those who like and comment. More stuff is on the way, so until then, I'll catch you guys next time.